Hey, honey, how you doing? Me? I'm doing okay. I need a brush or something for my hair. I'm here chilling in the hotel. Was in the hotel yesterday too. I'm in Virginia, where Trucking Monster lives. Two people just hopped in and hopped out. They're playing hopscotch out here on these YT streets. Take me to a higher place. Who's number two? Oh man, there's always something there to remind me. Number two left. Um, time is it? It's early. And hope my food don't go bad in my truck. I'm in a different truck. I got all my food in my fridge and my other truck. The inverters and I. Trucker Z, don't start. Don't start, Trucker Z. VAO11, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. Just had me a pretty decent breakfast. I'm in the telly. I can't complain. I don't got no swimming shorts though. I'm so mad. They got a pool, but I don't got no shorts. I left them in the other truck. Yeah, buddy. I'm going through changes. No, what's going on is my truck has a leak. They have to replace the broken one. It's been having a leak, and this is the third time I take it to them to fix the same leak, and it's so annoying. I mean, in a way, I'm looking at this like it's a break, and I'm still getting paid. I'm not making as much, but the only concern I have right now is I got a bunch of groceries in my other truck in the fridge. And the truck, if you don't start the truck, the inverter will die on you. The inverter is kind of like an amp. It's what keeps the current going. It's like a little box under the bed, and the truck needs to be started at least once every, I don't know, 10 hours. I don't think the food's gonna go bad that quick because it's not that hot. You know what I mean? In Pennsylvania, so you know how it is. There's always something. There's just always something. There's always got to be something upstairs to like just you know. I don't know if it happens with everybody. You know what I mean? But I feel like my mind can't just go like 1 hour without thinking of something bad or negative. And I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? Y'all know how I do. And it's not healthy. To always be thinking about this or thinking about that. And it's like, man, why does everything you gotta do? Why can't I have more good thoughts upstairs? I could. It's just, I guess, it takes time. Wow, this is a cool lamp. Look at this lamp right here. I'm gonna take this with me to go. It got a little button here. It got three settings. It don't even look like a lamp, right? Joint look like it looks like I don't know, like a stand or something. I didn't even know it was a light at first. It's pretty dope. It fits in my book bag too. I might bag that thing like some groceries. Yeah, for sure, VAO. It's just, the mind, I don't know. The mind is something that everybody's mind is different, obviously. What's going on, Theo? How you been, man? Hope everything's okay over there. Man, I had the Dirty Broke. I had whatchamacallit crying the other day. Kicking it with what's her name? Kicking it with Karen. You remember we used to always be at her live stream. She called, we're like her favorite truckers. I mentioned you. And, I told her, I was like, yeah, have you seen Dirty? Unfortunately, his pops, passed or whatever. She's like, oh, man, really? And then she was like, I'll go, send up some condolences. And then she was talking a little while about, then she started talking about her sister. Then she started crying, dude, literally like breaking down crying. She's like, see what you did to me, truckers. I mean, I'm laughing, but it ain't funny. But I just, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I text her. And she was like, no, I'm not, she was like, it's not that I'm not blaming it on you. It's just, she was like, you just bringing me, she's like, you just got me thinking about, my sister and my dad and all that. But I was like, that wasn't the intention, but she know I didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, she started breaking down, though, like, poor thing. But, women, they could be a little extra sensitive sometimes. Hey, I could be sensitive, too, though. I ain't gonna lie. And have something to focus on. Yeah, staying busy helps, 11. And it's a perfect example. These live streams help, Hello, host from the Rocas Corner. Welcome in, welcome in. We've all lived a different path. Yes. Bianca, yes, I guess. How are you doing? How's the baby? Yeah, she was, whatchamacallit, but it's all good, That's life. We gotta enjoy it, Enjoy it while we're here. It's too short. They say that the average person lives 70 years old now or something like that. I thought I'm a little confused about that because I thought the life expectancy, is that what you call it, was like increasing. I thought we were like living longer, but they making it sound like we're living like we're dying sooner. And then truckers, I hear truck drivers life, life, whatever you call it. Yeah, I've heard we die even sooner than most other people. I don't know why. I'm thinking maybe that's the truckers that just like sit on their tail all day and just drive and is not eating healthy and not taking care of themselves. You know what I mean? We see them all the time. Like, of course you're going to die quicker if you ain't taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying, Dirty? But I'm not saying like I'm a perfect trucker. I'm not a super fit guy, obviously. I still got a double chinny chin. But, I try, I try. I was just talking to the lady in the cafeteria downstairs. She's from the same part of Puerto Rico as my family. I thought she was Mexican at first, and then we talking. And then she's like, oh, what part of Puerto Rico y'all from? I'm like, we from Mocha. She's like, oh, my God, I've been living here for 29 years. I'm from New York City, but I'm in Virginia right now. She's like, this is the first time I meet somebody from Mocha. She's like, yeah, we're good people. Everybody from Mocha. Mocha's like the country in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? She was like, yeah, most of the people, she was giving herself props. Ain't nothing wrong with that, which is true, like, anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. But my point was she was talking about her husband, just passed away 10 months ago. They're not old. This lady was probably like I don't know, she's probably 50. He had diabetes. They had to cut his toe off and then his leg, and then he ended up dying. And she was like, I was like, did he eat a lot of sugary foods, She was like, yeah. And she was like, us Latinos, we eat a lot of bread, and starch. And she was like, all that turns into sugar. And a lot of people, I'm glad that she said that because I needed to hear that, it was meant to be. I've been cutting my carbs down big time. But, hearing that this morning is pushing me even harder to stay away from them. You know what I mean? Because basically, if bread turns into sugars, I would imagine all carbs turn into sugar. You know what I mean? So it was, yeah. I was thinking about you yesterday, Dirty. I seen a I seen a Chick-fil-A. I was like, man, I'm about to do a Dirty. I'm about to go get me two filet sandwiches, and I'm just gonna eat the meat. I ain't never forgonna get you said that. I was like, you know, the way you was like, yeah, I buy me a big old Philly cheesesteak and just eat the meat. I'm like, yo, that makes sense, man. That's awesome. Cassandra, I seen you coming in, sweetie. How you doing? Hey, brother, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Love you, sis. From Bianca to 11. We're doing pretty good, Cassandra. Thanks for asking. Yeah, them carbs are serious, man. I eat a little bit of carbs. I usually don't eat carbs during the week. But yesterday when I woke up in the hotel room, they had these little like hash brown home. I think they're called hash browns. Okay, you got home fries. And then hash browns are the ones that are like all together. Like if you go to McDonald's, right? If you buy the McDonald's hash brown, you know, it's like that big oval potato. But which ones are the ones that are like the shredded, like little pieces of potato? You know what I mean? It's kind of like hash browns, but it's like shredded up. I think those are called hash browns too. Shredded hash browns? I don't know. But I know they had them things. I just couldn't resist. And I kind of made an excuse to eat them. I was like, you know, the Monday that I stood at the hotel, which is my, you know, my naughty day, they didn't have no home fries. They had overcooked eggs. You know, the breakfast was basically trash. And I was like, you know what? I need to, you know, make up for that. You know, but hey, I'm trying. Just shredded. Okay, so they're shredded hash browns then. Yeah, they were pretty good. At least I ate a little bit. And then the day after that, my friend from work, he be on here tonight. His name is Brian. He's, yo, go get me some Taco Bell. I'm like, all right. You know, I went and got the Taco Bell. And I'm like, you know, I'm already in Taco Bell. It's like, you know, that's like sending you know, it's like sending an alcoholic to the alcohol, you know, to the liquor store and be like, yo, go buy me a fifth of Henny. You know what I'm saying? You know, look out for me. And the alcoholics gonna go in there and it's like, well, I'm already here. I might as well just get me a little bottle since I'm already here. And you know, that's kind of what happened when we had Taco Bell. You know, I didn't go get 5 tacos or nothing crazy. I got a well, it was called something like a Fiesta Bowl or something like that. It came with a little bit of rice, you know, the chicken, some pico de gallo, sour cream, and guac, you know. The guac, I guess, was a little better for me than the sour cream, because at least it's made like out of avocado, even though I know Dirty would never probably eat guac. But, yeah, the rice, you know, the way I see it is though, okay, at least when it comes down to rice, potatoes, and bread, I know they're all carbs, right? They're all obviously not good for you. But I would imagine out of the 3, bread has to be the worst for the simple fact it's more like a man-made, you know, it's more like processed and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, the salt, the rice that they make, you know, we mess it up when we add the salt and all that. You know, we make it worse, especially if it's white rice. But again, the potatoes, you know, one, they're not good for you. Then once you start adding all the seasoning and all that, you make it worse for you. But again, I think the bread out of the 3 has to be the worst of the worst. But again, it wasn't much, you know. But I've been working out and I'm feeling better, you know. I just can't wait till I get home. I hope when I get on that scale, I'm 175 or better or less. That's been my goal, and I've been, you know, shy of it. Real talk, that's my favorite, brother. That is the bomb for real, Taco Bell. Once a week won't hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Monday's the day that I don't care, but you know, another excuse that I had is, okay, they got me in you know, I'm not in my truck. In my truck, like I was just telling, you know, a couple people earlier, in my truck, I got my refrigerator, I got all my food, you know what I mean? I got all my, you know, my cookware, all my seasoning, you know, and when I'm at work on my regular schedule making my deliveries, you know, everything is just in order. I got like a schedule to eat, or, you know, everything, you know, is down packed. But when they throw me in another truck, it just like throws a monkey wrench in the game because Yeah, I brought some food with me to eat, but it's like, you could only bring so much. Yeah, I got a little cooler. I could have got some ice, but then you gotta buy, you gotta bring all the cookware. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. And it was just like, man, I'm just tired of moving from truck to truck. But then I'm like, right now, kind of regretting not bringing my fridge, because right now I feel like my food is going bad in my fridge in my original truck. But I'm gonna call my boy Brian a little later and see if he could start the truck for me and let it run and turn the inverter back on. That would help. Even though I hate asking people for favors, lately I've been on some more just trying not to ask people for help or favors or none of that, because for multiple reasons, you got to be independent. And not only that, some people will do you a favor, then talk smack behind your back. And then some people will throw it in your face. And I'm just trying to avoid all that. And I'm complete opposite, you know what I mean? Like, if I do something for somebody, I do it out of my heart. And I like, I don't mind helping people, to a certain extent, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's just not like me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, if you're gonna do something for somebody and talk crap behind their back or throw it in their face, I prefer you to tell me no, straight up. Like, no, I'm sorry, I can't help. At least you were being real about it, you know what I mean? But for you to do something and then turn around and then, stab them in the back, it's like, nah, I don't play like that. Cassandra, guess who I had to block somebody for the first time, I think, ever on my channel. And you know who it is, Simon. Remember I mentioned Simon? I was like, yo, do you know Simon? You were like, yeah, I know Simon. Yeah, I had to block him. And that's not my style, Cassandra. You know that. This lamp is so cool, though. He was just like leaving me negative messages, like on the replays from my live stream and my videos. Like the last one, he was talking about, oh, I thought you were different. And then the first time he was like, it all started like this. He left me a message like, oh, I helped you get monetized. I was always running your playlist, this, that, and the third. And now, like, basically he was saying, like, I'm not helping him. I'm like, okay, cool, I got you. You know what I mean? No worries, my bad. I drive trucks, all the time. I've been taking a break, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to support you. You know me. I'm all about peace. I'm okay with it, I tell him how I felt. Are you serious? I had never heard him talk bad about people. Wow. Cassandra, that's what I'm saying. He's a cool dude. Like, I call him uncle and all that. Like, I never had issues with this dude in the past. But then, okay, boom, we got past that. I ran his playlist a little bit, whatever, you know what I mean? Again, this boils down to don't do stuff and, like, look, I got people's playlists that I ran that I helped. Like, I don't, I got people that I supported. Like, that's, if I like you, I like you. I don't like you because you support me or I support you. Like, if I come to your live streams or if I like your content, you know what I mean? For friends, we're friends, you know what I mean? Like, don't matter what you could do for me. If you're my friend, you're my friend. You're not going to be less of my friend because you can't lend me money or you don't run my playlist or any of that nonsense. But anyway, so I seen some messages on the YT app or whatever you call it, Studio, and he was like, oh, why you calling all mechanics a-holes? I thought you were different. And I'm like, yo, this dude is taking shots at me again. I'm like, oh, no. And I was just like, you know what, before things just like keep getting worse or escalating or whatever, I'm like, you know what, let me just put a stop to this. I didn't respond. I'm not the type to go back and forth. I'm not the type to argue with people. I don't do those, you know what I mean? Either I talk to you or I don't. I'm the type, I'll ignore you before I argue with you. That's just how I roll, like, because that's just how I am, you know what I mean? If we got an issue, we could we could get to the bottom of it in other ways, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm not trying to sound like a tough guy, but, like, especially towards him, this stuff got nothing to do